quesadillas, no quesadillas. It is a must.
Absolutely. We ordered more because we liked it so much.
We're Simone and Giovanni, and over the last 3 years, we quit our jobs, moved to Mexico with our dog, got married, and began our journey to visit all 32 states of Mexico. So a few months ago, we published a Playa del Carmen food tour, and you guys seem to love the options we left, so we thought we'd make a second part because there are so many great places to eat here in Playa del Carmen. This video in particular, we're going to be sharing 7 things you must eat when you're here. Most of them are local, but we do have one international option that we included because they're so good and we love them.
I have created a Google Map with the pinpoint locations from the first video, as well the ones we're gonna show in this video, so you can find the link in our description.
And it's completely free. We're starting off really strong in this food tour. What we've got here is cochinita pibil, which is very typical from this region of Mexico. Basically what it is like a slow braised pork. I think it's probably cooked for about 6 hours. It is delicious. Typically you will get it as a torta, but we got a taco as well because we're hungry. We haven't had anything for breakfast yet. On the bread roll you get the chunks of cochinita pibil, and then you get pickled onion, which is delicious, also very typical from this region.
You good?
So flavorful, so delicious. If you're in Mexico, in this region particularly, you cannot miss cochinita pibil.
Typically, the cochinita pibil is eaten on a Sunday morning. This cochinita pibil stand is being here for years,
And they operate every day of the week,
not Monday.
not Monday. Okay. So juicy, eh?
You can order your taco or your torta with only meat, or you can ask for mixta. And they put also grease and like liver, things like that. People love it. I do not. I prefer only meat.
Oh, these are little mascots. I'm so excited. Giovanni added some spicy sauce, of course. Was that habanero? So, cochinita pibil is something that you would only kind of find around breakfast time. They actually start serving at like 5 a.m. and they very often sell out before 9 a.m. So keep that in mind if you want to come check it out. But typically people would actually have cochinita pibil with a glass bottle of Coke. But because it's breakfast time, we got a freshly squeezed orange juice, which is obviously a great option.
Food quality was 5 out of 5. I really love cochinita. I grew up eating cochinita when I was a little kid, so 5 out of 5.
In terms of service, I mean, it's like grab and go. It's super fast, so no real service aspects involved. In terms of facilities, you've just got to keep in mind that this is like a real local experience. So if you're seeking a local experience, this is it. There's no place to sit. You're right along the highway. It doesn't look like the most hygienic place, if I'm being very honest, but they've been operating for 10, 15 years. You should be fine. So if you want to take your chances and you want a real local experience, this is the place that you'd want to come. I don't know who he belongs to, but he's very cute. So we are at El Fogon, which is one of the most popular places you can come to have tacos. Muchas gracias. This is not actually the main branch. It's good to know that there are multiple branches in Playa del Carmen. We've eaten here many times before. We featured Fogon in our videos before because their tacos are that good.
So El Fogón is known for their tacos, and now actually they have an extensive menu, but also one of the signature dishes is El Taco Loco, which is this big taco made out of pork chop, pastor meat, cheese, and steak in a flour tortilla, which typically you would eat tacos in a corn tortilla, but this one is made in flour tortilla. This is all the meats that I was mentioning. They mix it together, they put it with cheese, and they wrap it like a taco, like a massive burrito. Pico de gallo or salsa. Very fat. It's actually very greasy.
We decided to order the taco loco because it's like one of the most famous items you can get at Fogon. Personally, I'm not a huge meat person. If I eat meat, I eat a little bit of it here and there. So for me, having such a huge concoction of meat, I don't love it. I wouldn't say I would order this again, but their regular tacos I'm in love with. I love their regular tacos. All right, so in terms of food, although I didn't love what we got today, usually the food is really good, so 5 out of 5.
For service, I give you 5 out of 5. Our service was very attentive. And for facilities, actually, it's nothing fancy, but I mean, this branch is less crowded than the main branch in Constituyentes Avenue. Well, Playa del Carmen is very known for its international cuisine.
Which is not super common in Mexico. If you were to go to like a smaller town, perhaps like, I don't know, give me a small town.
Izamal.
Izamal, you're only going to find Mexican food, exclusively Mexican food. You might find an Italian restaurant here or there, but Playa is like a hub for international food. So that's why we're including international food in this food tour.
Alright.
We're definitely going to get garlic naan. Garlic naan is one of my favorite things to eat in the whole world. I don't know what else we're getting, but garlic naan for sure.
When we used to work on the ships, like Mexican people used to call us Indian,
Yeah.
Indianos. So there's the reason we love this name, and we put the name of this restaurant Indianos, the curry factory, you know. So
I got granted access to the kitchen and I see how they were preparing the food, and that's homemade. Everything is homemade. Eh?
Yeah, oh.
Everything is fresh. It's
And the head chef, his name is Om, and he explained like he's actually from India. So, but we're eating Indian food prepared by someone from India, which
tells you something
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. So we just received our appetizer. We got veggie samosas. In South Africa, we got a very large, like third or fourth generation Indian community in South Africa. We call them samosas, but it seems like in India they're called samosas. So I don't know. Samosa, we're about to eat that. So we each got one. Look how big that is. Looks delicious. But we've got to try it with the sauce.
Okay, I'm
There's
gonna.
some kind of sauce dipped in the sauce. You can see all the veggies in them. The potatoes are cooked to perfection. It's so freaking good. Okay, now you've got a better idea of what it looks like inside. The soft potatoes on the inside and the crunchiness on the outside, and then the sweet sauce. Oh, it's everything. Entrees have arrived. What did you get?
I got shrimp curry.
And I got paneer, which is basically like cheese, which I love paneer. I always get paneer when I come to Indian restaurants. And we got some garlic naan, of course, and some rice.
Basmati rice.
Basmati rice.
Spicy but nice, eh?
Mine is super creamy and super flavorful. This is exactly what I'm looking for when I'm coming to an Indian restaurant. Highly recommend. Naan is to an Indian meal what a tortilla is to a Mexican meal. Very satisfied. Very, very satisfied.
Food quality in Indianos. Can we put like 100 stars?
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
so
like a
delicious.
10 out of 5. It was so good, so flavorful.
Facility is very, very nice, very clean, and we are there very close to the Fifth Avenue, like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, and this road that we're on is actually quite quiet, which is a good thing. And in terms of service, it was fantastic. We were actually greeted by Chef Om, which is always a nice touch. And yeah, our server was very attentive, very on point. So yeah, overall, Indianos gets a 5 out of 5 from us. Would highly recommend.
And also, if you're looking for a vegetarian option in Playa del Carmen, because of Mexican food, it's hard to find vegetarian options.
Or vegan.
Or vegan, this is the place.
Yes, and they've also got gluten-free options here as well, which also with Mexican cuisine is very difficult to find. So if you're looking for gluten-free, vegan, or vegetarian, this is where you'd want to come. So if you guys have seen our channel before, you know that we do a lot of exploration through the Riviera Maya, and we get a ton of questions from you guys. So what we actually did is we made a 10-page ebook, which is completely free for you, which is answering all of the most basic things you need to know before coming here. So if you want to grab that ebook, just find the link in our bio to subscribe to our email newsletter, and you get that for free. Alright, so we're in our next breakfast spot. We're actually in what you would call a cocina economica, which basically translates to an economic kitchen. You'll only find Mexican food in these cocina economicas, and they typically only do breakfast and lunch. And of course, these are all small businesses, all owned by families. Oftentimes, you'll find the cocina economica is on the bottom floor, and on the top floor is where the family lives. Not always, but that's generally how it's set up. Yeah. Muchas gracias.
Chilaquil is a very popular breakfast in Mexico. You will find here in the entire country. Technically, it's kind of a breakfast nachos. This one has carne asada, which is like steak, egg, and they come either with salsa roja or salsa verde. I ordered salsa verde because Simon loves salsa verde.
And basically the difference between those sauces is salsa rojo is made with tomatoes and salsa verde is made with tomatillos, which are like a green type of tomato, and the sauce is a little bit more bitter than the red sauce. I don't know, I prefer it.
It looks a lot more drowned than what we're used to. You usually don't have this much sauce.
We want really to be honest in our channel. In regards to food quality, I will rate this place like 2 out of 5. We were quite disappointed with the chilaquiles. We're not what we are actually used to. But if you're interested to get good chilaquiles, there is a place called El Nativo, and their chilaquiles there are very, very good.
And in terms of service and facilities, to be honest, we're the only table here and it took us more than 20 minutes to get our plate. But the whole reason that we wanted to feature a Cocina Económica is because if you go to a Cocina Económica for lunch, it's amazing. You typically will pay no more than about 150 pesos per person, which is about $7 US. And you typically will get tostadas, you'll get a soup, and then you'll get a full home cooked meal. There is one Cocina Económica that we absolutely love, which Giovanni has actually added to the map, so you can find it. I think it's called Sofia's. They are amazing. If you're looking for real home-cooked Mexican food, we could highly recommend that place. The only thing is it's on the other side of the highway. It's going to be a bit of a mission to get to, but really, really good. We're here. I'm about to go eat a Don Sirloin.
But now we are on sirloin. We're gonna try some sirloin tacos, and also we're gonna try something that's it's called gringa.
And it's very common to find in this specific region of Mexico. Actually, so the word gringa is actually used by the Latin American people to describe Americans.
To refer to the American people or
To-
English speakers that we think come from the States.
Yes, but I wouldn't classify as a gringa because I'm obviously not from America.
Where are you from?
I'm from South Africa. So in some taco establishments, they'll give you the option when you want to order your taco to either get maiz or harina. Maiz is made of ground corn and harina is made of flour. I personally prefer the corn tortillas. I think that the flavor is wonderful, but I mean, either way, if you've got a gluten allergy, maiz tortillas should be a good option for you.
Gracias.
So we're at Don Sirloin, so of course they specialize in sirloin, so that's why we ordered sirloin tacos. We got the corn tortillas because that's our personal preference, and we decided to get some cheese with our tacos, but that's not actually how you would typically get tacos in Mexico City. Typically it's only meat, cilantro, and cebolla, which is onion. So I'm going to add a little bit of this, pico de gallo, a little shot, just a little bit. And meat is tender and tasty. 10 out of 10 for the tacos for sure. Very, very good.
As I mentioned before, we got a gringa. It comes with a pastor meat, cheese, and pineapple. The pastor meat is not as I really like. I would prefer the pastor meat be more like charred.
Where's a better place to get pastor tacos?
Oh, El Ñero.
El Nido for
Definitely.
sure, yeah, for sure. Basically, the food was really great. Specifically talking about the sirloin taco, I mean, that's what they specialize in. It was fantastic. 10 out of 10 for that.
Very,
Yeah.
very good. If you're looking for good pastor meat, go to El Ñero.
Yes, the pastor tacos at El Nero, which is another establishment. We've actually done a video on that before. There's nothing that beats the pastor tacos there. Overall, though, the food gets 5 out of 5. It was really good.
We actually had a really good service. The server was very attentive.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 as well.
Yeah.
In terms of facilities, great. I mean, you've got great lighting, you've got a great breeze because we're just on the corner here. We've got big tables.
Gracias.
Gracias. We ordered more because we liked it so much. Las quesadillas. So if I had to explain what Las Quecas is, this is basically like the Mexican version of McDonald's, except it's not anything like McDonald's. You'll find Quecas all over Playa del Carmen, and the thing is, locals come to Quecas on a daily basis because it is quick, it is cheap, and it is tasty.
Para ella, por favor.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Okay, so what did you get?
I got a quesadilla of tinga de pollo, which is chicken, in a like tomato sauce with onion, and cheese.
Then you get spicy sauce. I think there is a very common misconception that Mexican food is spicy. And the thing to know is that Mexican food is not spicy. You'll always get your food pretty neutral, and then they'll give you spicy sauce to add if you wish to. You determine how spicy it is.
Spicy.
Yeah, he is a spicy Mexican. So in terms of fast, cheap, easy food, I like Kekkas because they've actually got 2 vegetarian options. I mean, I think maybe 3 vegetarian options, but I always get this mushroom one. It's actually not bad at all. Something that you'll find with like street food in Mexico is that you very often can't find vegan or vegetarian. So being able to have vegetarian here is a big thumbs up for me. Always try your sauces first. Corn base, and then they put beans, they put mushrooms, because that's the topping that I chose, and then they put lettuce, cheese, and cream on top. Not bad. In terms of food quality, it really depends on which branch you go to. To be honest, this is the first time in this one. Yeah, it was okay. There's another one that we go to sometimes where the food is way better. In terms of facilities, I mean, as you can see, it's nothing fancy at all. It's just kind of like an in and out place. Like it's just a fast food kind of setup.
In terms of service, you have to go and order your quesadilla or sope, pay. It's minimum. I would say like 3 out of 5.
So everything on there is 20 pesitos.
Everything on quesadillas is 20 pesitos. Sopes are 25. And it's quesadillas, not quesadillas. So for the next item I'm going to show you in this video, it's something that not many people knows here in Playa. Was actually something that we discovered all of a sudden. So we're going to show you what it is and why you should get it. Yeah.
Trust me, this is one of the best things that we're showing you in this food tour. It is so underrated.
Just a hint, is a dessert. Bienvenidos.
You can see they've got like a ton of different cakes here. This is actually the same place that Giovanni and I got our wedding cakes from. I mean, we didn't have a wedding, we eloped. You can watch that video. But yeah, we bought the cake that we served to our guests. We bought from this place. They were really good.
No, sería todo. So the moment we've been waiting for.
We've all been waiting for. Okay, so we've got our pastel, our cake. Okay, so something that I learned when I started to interact with people from Latin America is that they don't eat cake the way that I eat cake. So, I mean, South Africa's got a lot of British culture, so we eat regular cake, you know. But here they eat something called tres leches, which is basically like a plain vanilla cake, but it's soaked in like a kind of like, not milk,
condensed
but
milk.
Condensed milk, yes. But the thing that makes this special is this is tres leches de bola.
Con queso de bola. Well, let me explain that. If you don't know what a marquesita is, you should watch our first part of the food tour video in Playa del Carmen. This cake is a combination of the same cheese that the marquesita uses and tres leches cake. It's like a marquesita tres leches cake.
It might sound a little bit strange. The first time they suggested us having cake with grated cheese on top, I was like, what the hell? Very good.
It is.
Very, very good.
Yeah, and not many people knows about it, so that's why it's like a local secret, right?
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to just show you what a slice looks like.
Okay.
We've got some nice layering over there. And as you can see, you've got quite a lot of frosting, and then you've got the grated cheese on top, but you've also got like some kind of cheese thing in the middle there. It's very interesting. So good.
This cake has something that I cannot describe.
Yeah.
I think it's the best cake I ever eaten. Aside of malva pudding, Auntie Cynthia. For this item, some of the criterion doesn't apply, but food quality, great. 10 stars out of 5. Service, I mean, just go and buy the cake. The ladies were very friendly.
By the way, you can get a full version of this cake. We just bought a slice because we don't need to eat a whole cake.
Facilities is not a place where you go and eat your cake, so you just go and buy it. Even as strange as it sounds, it is a must.
Absolutely. So that's 6 things that you need to eat if you are visiting Playa del Carmen. My favorite was probably the cake. I love the cake. What about you?
Yeah, I love the cochinita and the Indian food.
Yes. Oh, the Indian food was so good as well. Anyways, please leave your recommendations. There are so many great restaurants in Playa del Carmen. We obviously haven't tried them all. We know a lot of people know really good places. So please let us know in the comments so that we can try them out next time. Also, don't forget to grab your free ebook down in the description. Yeah.
If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed to our channel, and that being said, we'll see you in the next episode.
Hasta luego.
Salsa roja.
Salsa roja.
My wife is Mexican. So
Very drowned.
What happened? Chilling.
Hey, yeah. Oh, there's another biscuit! I'm so excited!